The time ship. I saw myself flying around through time and space, between the atoms, combining and then rejoining with normal timelines, visiting friends, past, present, and future. Visiting time from a position of essentially an immortal, I saw that there were events which did not follow history. On the ones that were important, me and my friends went in and made adjustments to the timeline to make sure that time as we knew it progressed forward. I traveled the solar system, I traveled to local star systems, forwards and backwards in time, back and forth, looking for ways that I could help humanity reach a new and exciting potential. As I went, I encountered new challenges, overlapping timelines where my friends were different somehow. They were changed. Some were less successful. Some even became at least self-proclaimed gods. These people maintained their knowledge of who I was. When I showed up, they knew who I was. They were my friends, but they seemed distant, almost as if they were viewing it from behind the eyes of the people that they inhabited. They were my friends, but it seemed like they were somebody else, I guess is the best way to explain that. I continued traveling between the stars, the best way to put it. It looked like atoms. It looked like as you compress down to between the atoms, there was places where you could interact with light traveling between the atoms, and for a moment you could ride from one place to another on these beams or photonic packets. And that seemed to be the phase lock ability of this time ship. It would phase lock onto traveling beams or waves of light between the atoms. But I noticed that there was a depth to the universe as the time ship continued to compress and travel between the atoms. Now I'm saying like between, like there was systemic compression down to a certain level, and then there was travel. And then during the travel, there was no loss of time. There was just movement in space. And when I say loss of time, I mean it was almost as if we were essentially removed, or I was removed from time as I traveled the cosmos, as I traveled between from place to place. There was no distance too great. We went between galaxies. We found it more difficult. It took a lot more time to go to different galaxies, but it was possible. We visited cultures inside globular clusters, gleaning knowledge from their hyper-advanced civilizations found near the cores of the globular clusters. The time ship was a complete success and showed me paths across the universe that I never thought possible. I look at the current progress of mankind's science, and I see that they're still burning gases to move around. They're still doing all of these essentially cavemen-like actions for war, for commerce, for food. It seems to me ridiculous after viewing all of these other civilizations and timelines where they really got their stuff together. I can see the difference. And I just wish that what I saw was reality now here, but it's not. It's almost like reality is a snapshot, and I can't turn the page. I'm watching humanity flounder with their time and resources and not extending out into the hyper advanced areas of time and space and science that I witnessed as a time traveler, as a dimensional traveler, as a timeline traveler in my time ship.